gods and goddesses. All right, all right, all right. What's popping, gods and goddesses? You are now linked into House of Harlem Studio. How are y'all doing out there? I hope all is well. I miss you guys already. This is my baby, my startup, my platform. So we have lots to speak about as usual. We're not going to be too long-winded from now on, but we definitely are going to get to some nitty-gritty and find out what's going on out in the world. Anyhow, y'all already know. If you haven't already done so, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. You can do the thumbs down. You can do the thumbs down. You can do the thumbs up. Whatever it might be. Are we being heard right now? That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, I hope everyone's day has been a good day thus so far. And if it hasn't, just remember to keep that good energy flowing, and tomorrow is another day, right? And as my good old friend would say at my old job, an, another what? Another day, another 50 cents. Is a damn sure not a dollar anymore.
That's a fact. Oh yeah, I'm in the building too. In case you didn't know, I'm
Oh,
here
my
too.
bad.
I'm here too.
My
Yeah,
bad. I was supposed to
it's
announce
all good.
myself and
It's
my
all
host.
it's all good.
I didn't even announce myself and my host, but y'all already know what it is. It's Key in the building, and we got Shaka in the building. And of
Yeah,
course, we're going to have Waji in the building.
no doubt. Shout out to the co-host. Shout out to our moderators out there. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Bringing that heat, making sure the streets is, what I'm saying, respecting House of Harlem. You know what I'm saying? They putting that spec on our name.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We've put in a lot of work and definitely a lot of time in it. We stuck in there. We were in there for a long time. But anyway, um, what's on the agenda? What's on the agenda? I just really want to speak about. We want to speak about the billions of dollars that our good old administration wants to give to the good old countries that are struggling out there. And my thing is, obviously, we definitely want to keep Ukraine or any country that is dealing with the issues that we're dealing with now worldwide, as far as this war, as far as the bickering, as far as a small amount of food, as far as a shortage of food, as far as not and be able to sleep in a good place. Whatever the case might be, we definitely are sending our prayers to those who are in need all over the world, right? But with that being said, we are in need, right? And when I say we, I'm talking about the good old America. So we're in need, and we have a lot of inside work that we have to do. We already had to kind of like rebuild prior to the pandemic. And now here it is with all that people are dealing with here in America. Our good old administration decides that they want to give all this money to Ukraine. And I just want to know what you guys think about that out there. I want to know if you agree or disagree with our good old administration. As you guys notice, I'm not even really saying our president's name right now. I'm not even saying Joe Biden. All right, Joe Biden, you gonna take us out to dinner? A Bing Bong. However, and only those who know what I just said. However, this is some serious matter. We're hearing that refugees are going to be coming in, or if they haven't already gotten into the country, into this landmass, and it's a big old failure, in my opinion. we definitely have to talk about Fauci. He continues to backpedal on his words. All right. I mean, 1 minute we're in the green, 1 minute we're in the red. It's just interesting. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I feel like he's telling us, you want to take the red pill, you want to take the blue pill, like, but you got to take a pill. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely have to speak about that. We have to give our flowers and shout out and condolences to DJ K Slay. K Slay, has recently passed away, and he definitely and
Yeah, no
he
doubts. Condolences to the brother. He's from Harlem. He was instrumental in breaking quite a few artists um, throughout the city and abroad from the city rather, and it was really really unexpected what happened to him. So our condolences to his family and long live K Slay.
absolutely. So we definitely want to have like a second or two of silence for DJ K Slay. And once again, here at House of Harlem, we want to give our condolences to his family, and long live K Slay. So with that being said, for those who don't know, K Slay was definitely active in the music world. I I want to say predominantly the hip hop music world, and he definitely showed love to a lot of artists. I have interviewed a lot of artists who have expressed their gratitude for his help, and I've heard other people mention how he helped them. So when we have like this I want to say it's a misnomer about New Yorkers being very cold and not really helping one another out and not putting people on in certain industries. But K Slade was nothing of that. He definitely seen talent, always constantly putting people on and helping them in any way, shape, or form that he could possibly help them in their careers. And it is not that often you get to hear someone who is heavy in the music industry be praised like that. Most of the time, like rappers or certain people who I would consider have reached the heights, you'll hear little bad things about them here and there. But honestly, I really didn't hear anything bad from K Slay. So that just goes to show his character and the personality that he had. We did hear in the local media news that he had passed from COVID, and but some people that might have known him have expressed allegedly that he had some underlying illnesses with his health to begin with. So however it is, it was kind of confusing and very sudden to us because we knew that he was sick, but from my understanding of trying to get some insight afterwards, he was doing better, and then randomly this happens. Have mentioned before on other shows. It just seems like the greats are going. They're going and they're going at a speed. You know what I mean? Like at a rapid pace, and it's kind of like it's concerning for me. It's worrying for me. I want to know how you guys feel about that. How do you feel about the people in the hip hop world? How do you feel about the legends going? And not only the legends, a lot of young artists are also passing away so sudden. They'll reach a peak in their career, and the next thing you know, they're gone. They're literally gone. So I definitely would like to know what your take is on that. Whew, we gotta get into all this craziness that's going on with us. Um, our administration, we want to read an article. We want to get into some things. So to it. Let's get into it. Into it. All right, Mr.
Yeah,
Engineer,
yeah.
want to read the first article?
Um, yeah. Let's talk about um this Byron.
Byron.
You know, with everything that's going on today, and this is kind of going to lead up to, what's what what the topic, in the descriptions has to do with. But with everything that's going on today, you would think that, um, you know, that if you are supposedly the leader of this nation here or this nation state here, that most of your emphasis, because would be on fixing things here. Like when he came in, things got messy, you know.
Well, no, when he came in, things were already messy. They were
No,
at
but
the worst of the
no,
worst.
but what I'm saying is when he got in, as soon as he got in,
It
it
became,
got messy.
it got worse.
You know what I'm saying? We had the border situation. You know, you have the gas situation. You have his ability, his inability to kind of, you know, give clear and concise freaking statements, you know. And lo and behold, this man wants to go and ask for $30 billion to assist Ukraine. Then even before that, you had this whole $1 trillion or $19 trillion budget that, the money was just being given away to people. But very little, in my estimation, was really being set aside for the people here, you know, and that doesn't give off the strongest, image of what an administration is supposed to be doing for their people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right?
I do know what you're saying. That's what I made mention of earlier today. We have in-house issues, right? And you always want to take care of in-house first, right? You want to take care of in-house, make sure that you're good before you can even help someone else. So how is it that your house is not structured properly, and things are going on, and you want to help other people? And listen, you guys already know how the politics really run. Like, we got to tell it how it is. But that is just too much of money to be wanting to ask for someone else other than the people in where you at right now.
That's a whole fact.
These are people. There are
Whole
people out
fact.
here that's literally struggling right now, literally struggling. Their whole world was swept from under them. This wasn't like you just randomly lose your job type of thing. Like, you had to stay in the house for months. You all of everything was behind. Everything was behind. The whole world has stopped, and to recover, and it lasted for over 2 years, going on 3 years, and now we're just just reached our settle point where we're trying to rebuild. And you mean to tell me you're worried about somebody else and not over here? Get the hell out of here. And I want to listen, all you guys who voted for Biden, I want to hear your excuses as to what's going on. Yeah, we can talk about the last administration and all the craziness, but listen, at the end of the day, this stuff, this man brought this stuff in full circle and made things worse. Okay?
Yep.
And where's
Yep.
your VP, by the way? She barely is seen. We barely hear from her. What's going on with her? So I need you guys to explain to me what he did do for you, because you've explained what Trump didn't do for you. So you explain to me what Biden did do for you. That's what I want to know.
Wow, that's a statement right there.
All right.
That is a
We already
statement.
heard what Trump didn't do. So you
Yeah,
explain to me what Biden did.
you know, I know. I know. Can I start?
Oh, please, hey, if that's your guy and you feel like he did some things for you, please, by all means, explain to us. We'll be waiting to hear what you have to say.
Well, he did make me have to go in my pocket a little deeper. I'm scratching down to my ankles right now,
Oh,
pulling
really?
money out for gas, man. I'm telling yo, if anybody got
His
a hook
gas.
up on his gas, holla at me, man. You know what I'm
His
saying?
gas.
I drives, and when I gotta get around town, I need gas.
Let me tell you. Excuse me. All y'all truckers out there, y'all know what y'all need to start. Y'all have to start like having those little red containers. And while you putting up for your job, have the little container.
Had a
put
little
in there,
extra put
and
in
be
the
like,
gas.
Here, boss, look, this is the bill right now. Y'all gotta hustle. That's what y'all gotta do.
Yo,
Y'all gotta hustle.
Yo, word to mother. It's crazy that you say that because I had a coworker that was a truck driver,
Yeah.
and they used to give us the the
little
little gas
cards?
cards, like the mobile Exxon cards. This nigga was filling up his car with the
Listen,
gas card.
Listen, let's not even tell. We gotta do what
And
we
real
gotta
talk,
do.
he didn't last long, y'all,
Well, how did
He
they
was out of
find
there.
out? How did they find out?
because the gas card. The bill
he
comes
used the
to
gas card.
he used the company gas card
Okay,
for his
well,
personal car.
He's filling up the container. So, is a certain amount that you need to fill up every time, and if you go
Well,
over
that's
that,
part of the reason why they have a cap on it right now. You could only get a certain amount in one
they
trip.
gotta be really
So
on
now,
it, counting
what happens is
miles,
this. No,
counting everything.
but this is what happened though. Check it. These trucks are diesel,
Okay.
but he's filling his car with unleaded. It's easy to
Okay.
figure it out.
Okay. Well, that's a no.
So he played himself.
That's a no-brainer. So you can't put the truck unleaded in
No.
inside of
That the
your
truck
regular-
won't go anywhere.
No, your car. So
No,
could you take
the car won't go
the
anywhere.
car won't go anywhere. Okay. So that's a no-brainer. That's understandable.
Now, back,
Now
back.
you got to give them a receipt. Then or bets. You just
Yeah, you got to give him a receipt too.
right. Well, I'm talking about if you don't have a card, if you have to pay with cash or whatever, then all bets it's good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, there was
That's
once upon a
normal.
time that was the case. I used to get little money out the petty cash. They'd give me,
Or they have
yeah, they had petty cash. They'd give me a
but
couple
they done
dollars.
upgrade their lives.
Yeah, they done upgraded because they need, there's people out there that want to just see every single penny and figure it out. You know what I mean?
Well,
But,
listen,
we
if Ray and them can figure out a hookup for gas, it's over. You
listen,
already know
listen.
we
That's
really
the
going
one
down.
thing that nobody has got a cheat code on.
Ray and them usually they figure it
Oh,
out.
but check
They
it though.
figure it out.
It's gotten so bad that people are going around and stealing gas out of other people's cars. Like
You know what?
I seen the dude. Somebody went in the somebody took their car to the shop. They was
How
like,
do you
"Yo, my
do
car don't
that?
stop." Yo, there's numerous ways. Like you could siphon it where you suck it out the gas line and then pour
With
it in.
your mouth?
Yeah, you got to pull it up with the air, so the air pressure pulls it out. But then, after that, somebody took their car where the gas tank was and drilled a hole in the gas tank. So when the person took the car, they went home, parked it, full tank of gas, woke up, car wouldn't start. So they took it to the shop.
That's an automatic.
He puts it up on the lift. He's like, yo, everything seemed to be right. He goes and walks around doing inspection. He sees a little hole in the gas tank and was like, "Oh, it's
That's
serious out
funny.
here."
That's an automatic issue. Automatic issue. I can't really say what I want to say because then I'll be, you know.
Yeah,
That's an automatic issue.
we gotta play nice with cyberspace.
But
Cyber.
let me, yeah, because breaking community guidelines and talking about bullying and
Yeah,
harassment.
we are not here to
But
we're not.
that's an issue. If you puncture my car, then I don't know what's gonna happen. Because now, not only you took the gas out, but now you're making it hard for me to have gas. I gotta replace that. You know what I
Now
mean? So,
and now it costs even more because the whole gas tank has to be taken out and replaced.
shout out to the chat. What's going on?
Yeah, yeah. All right. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to our moderators in the building.
Peace.
Um, they Wiz says them Dems are really showing themselves as foreign wolves.
Absolutely, absolutely. They're
Uh,
definitely showing their true selves.
and Pasha says, "Oh wow."
What happened?
She says, "The tube never sends the notification. Thank you for
Thank
sending it
you.
out
I
to
appreciate
let
that.
us know that you're on." See, that's
Thank
why I
you.
do that in some cases. I was instructed not to really like do that, but I know that because I'm not getting notifications for other things. So, and it's been a
We have
problem
to
for the.
pick.
It's been a problem. It ain't us.
They've been blackballing
It's
us
it's it's something going on with the
with
platform.
with the platform. Yeah, we
We've been
have
getting
to
complaints for a while
kind of
about that.
forward. See, the thing is with Patreon, we want to go live. We want to be able to engage with you guys, but we have to really go to another platform, point blank and period. Because first of all, I want to be as transparent as possible when we're giving our news. So we're already like on tiptoes with this
Right. The
platform.
censorship
And I'm
game is
not. This
crazy.
platform is due to the fact that we're in the music industry and we work with them. This seems to just be a platform for music. I mean, to a certain extent. But
I don't
outside
know
of
about
that,
that. It's a
outside
platform
of
for
that, I'm just
a lot of
shocked
people
with.
doing nonsense, getting a lot of views on here. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
And I
shocked that that this platform is still standing. But what I do like is that it definitely gave us our notoriety, and we started with YouTube, but we got so much footage that needs to be edited, put up on Patreon, because we have to go down memory lane. We gotta go back to the very first day. I'll never forget when the pandemic happened. We have so much videos and footage that we played on our platform. Breaking news. I mean, breaking news. I remember the first day this happened. I remember the hospital in Queens where this so-called doctor on CNN we exposed her because come to find out all the people that was in the line when she was saying this is serious, people are sick, they had on a mask, and these were all crisis actors. All right, they were all actors. And look in the camera, I remember that
What
day we
what
did
about the
research on her.
situations where they said that you know the these medical facilities were overflowing and
We
it
have
was
footage of
ridiculous
the
and
so-called medical foot
it looked like it looked like
body bags on top
it
of
looked
it.
like Vanilla Sky.
And I just hope we don't get
It looked
'cause
like
we've been
Vanilla
getting
Sky. The medical facilities was looking like a scene out of Vanilla Sky, y'all. There was not a soul around. You couldn't
he
even
got
see
me.
bugs flying around.
Wait a minute.
Real talk.
Y'all, I'm shocking you crazy, but let me tell you. And I remember Trump making
Shout out to all of the the healthcare workers out there. You know what I'm
yo,
saying?
this was we gotta go that memory.
y'all
We
went
have so much footage. No lie. Anyone would wanna we got it. We got the footage. We caught the lies. We have video on top of video of Fauci making a statement, retracting the statement, making a statement. We have all of that. We have all of the data that was drastically changed on the CDC. I mean, we have it. We went through it. We stuck our gun in telling people, listen, eat healthy, We do what you got to do. Go outside. Whatever you do, do not stay inside. But as we go down memory lane, so definitely Shaka and I are working on getting those old footages and from the very beginning and putting them on. I'll never forget when Trump got up and he was like, "I seen these body bags," and you would never think that's in America. You think it's in a third war country, and he was just going on like bags on top of bags on top of bags, and that's how we were viewing it. You know what I'm saying? We just seen it like, look, what is going on? All these people have died that fast. Well, I shouldn't have said that word, but anyway. We definitely gonna give y'all some heat. We gonna take y'all down memory lane. You're gonna be like, oh, I remember this, and oh, I remember that. We had so many doctors that we were playing their information on there. I remember what was this doctor's name? He was top 5 in America, and by the time he finished telling the truth, they had him on Google as conspiracy doctor. Okay, conspiracy doctor. What was this doctor's name?
You talking about
Rashid something Rashid. He was top 5. That's how much of work and that he's put into his career, and he was honorary in every sector of his doctorate degree.
That was completely ostracized.
5. All right, Dr. Patar, that was his name.
Patar,
Rashid Patar, and he actually has his own platform still going back. He showed so much. He showed documents of doctors who would diagnose patients with this Rona that they would get $20,000 per patient. Then we have, remember the 2 doctors that was out of California that had this big press meeting and had to come and tell the truth because they had collected some data this and said this was freaking bullshit.
Hold on, I gotta stop you there.
Okay, let's talk about it.
No, but I'm just saying, you gotta be careful what you're saying.
That's true.
Cause censorship game is real.
The censorship. I gotta remember. See, this is
you know
why. Y'all know I keep it real.
Yeah, I had to stop you because you was about to go in.
I was about to go in. But these are the things.
It might have got kind of ugly. But the bottom line is, please, everybody, check out our Patreon account.
It's gonna be.
You know,
it's
things that we have up there, information that we have up there that we can't put on this particular platform, and it is very, very informative. So please do that. We're about to start putting more and more information up there so the people can decide what they want to believe, what they don't want to believe. You know what I'm saying?
They need to go down.
We don't want to go into having to tiptoe the company lines, you know, and doing that. We're doing that now because we respect this platform. However, we understand that the
consequences of
the machine is moving in a certain manner. So
bots.
Yeah, you know, they're working to get people to fall in line, and we ain't on that type of time.
Let me ask you a question. We've been through a lot, and we were, you know, we definitely did some deep research, and we kept everything we knew, right? In regards to the pandemic from the very beginning. Do you feel like they were successful in their mission? What do you guys do you feel like they, meaning the powers to be, because clearly there was a mission. Do you think that they were successful, and do you think it is over? Do you think that we out of the red zone and we can go back and live in our good lives? Where are you at mentally with what's going on in the world right now? Let's start with you, Shaka. We could just get behind the scenes with this guy. He's doing a
yeah. I'm over here getting my grub on. I ain't ashamed to say it. You know what I mean?
Okay, I ain't
Yeah.
wanna I ain't wanna blow you up.
Nah, my
He's is very,
my
you know,
goddess makes sure that I eat. You know what I'm saying? It's almost by threat, duress, or coercion that I gotta eat. You know what I'm saying?
he ain't lying
But
though. Shoot, he
I,
ain't
I,
lying.
I, I truly,
Literally.
truly appreciate that because
Mm,
we all gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? We gotta eat to live. We don't have to live to eat. You know what I'm saying?
that's right.
And that's what, you know, that's what um, we're about at Carbon Juice Lounge. You know,
Hmm.
shout out to Carbon Juice Lounge.
Shout out.
You know, got the best smoothies in Harlem. You know,
Facts.
we working on, being the best smoothie spot in the city, you know. So,
Mm-hmm.
but back to your question.
Yes.
What was your question again?
Do you feel like the powers to be were successful in their mission?
Uh,
It's a two-part question, but you can answer that.
do I believe they were successful in their mission?
Well, that's if you believe there was one. So,
Mm, okay. I believe that the powers that be, I'm going to say it's 50-50. No, it's like 65-35 to me
okay.
because
What is the 65 leaning
that
towards?
they set out to create disruption. So there
Okay.
is disruption because we're going to get into that in a few minutes as well. There is disruption out there.
Okay.
So um outside of that, because you have people who are just willing to fight, you know, and shout out to
Damn
all the
right.
people that are willing to fight for what they believe is right. You know what
At
I'm
this
saying?
point, no is right. It's life and death situation
Right.
happening.
Because, and this is going to be an excellent segue into our main topic, because the cost of living everywhere has exponentially risen out of the blue.
It's like got their recession
You
out in
know,
here.
they had people um, make decisions about whether to, they had to make real life changing, life altering decisions.
And no judgment to wherever they were.
Right.
You have
We're
to do
not
what
here
you
to
gotta do,
judge.
right?
We're not here to judge anybody because, real life
Happens.
gets in the way of everything. So, they had people making real decisions. They got you reaching in your pocket. There's all different kinds of things that are happening that we probably never would have imagined in our lifetime would be happening.
Such as take a vaccine or lose your job. Like, seems so unreal. Like to this day, like it seems so unreal. It didn't matter what your medical history was, and it didn't matter what it was. So that was like just that in the zombie
You're
apocalypse.
absolutely right, Crazy World. He says
What is this?
it's not over. They're still working it. Get ready. Get ready. Another war over gas. Now, again, we already went
That's
to the
his
gas
prediction.
thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole nother story onto itself.
But
Because
wasn't the last war over gas with
no,
the
I'm
Bush
talking about here
administration?
in the country, here, like people are going to be fighting, warring with each other. The people are going to be warring with each other over gas, and namely food. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think Americans, and we're going to get into this article regarding the food,
Yeah,
right?
we
The
got to get
processed food.
into it. We got
But
to get into it.
I feel like Americans, we're so spoiled. We're so naive. We're so brainwashed. Not all right? Obviously, if the shoe don't, whatever. But I'm just talking about like in general as a at the higher number. A lot of us are just walking zombies, right? So it's like some when you make mention that something like that is going to happen here in house, it just goes over people's head. They don't believe it. That reminds me of Hurricane Sandy. I was like, I was getting alerts on my phone. You're in the danger zone. You're in zone B, because zone A was right across the street. I'm right by the water, and I'm like, I'm from New York. Oh, please, we didn't get no hurricane. That don't even exist. When that water started coming up to my apartment, people running out and grabbing bags, and I'm like, where's everybody going?
Yeah, one thing that we have poo-pooed about
See,
for
this is New York.
decades is hurricanes and earthquakes.
Right.
I've slept through
had-
some tremors. You know what I'm saying? That's how soft they are over here on this
very,
side.
very soft. And to be honest with you, New Yorkers, we dinosaurs could be walking. We're so brainwashed to where we're telling dinosaurs to move. We got to get to work. I got to get to school. It's just like the fast life. The mentality, the fast life. So, I don't anticipate it happening, but if it does, it does, and we just got to really prepare for that. And once again, on this platform, we've spoken about remedy that we need to apply so that we can, if in case something happens, prepare for an emergency. If anything happens, we're prepared. And it's just not a first aid kit, right? The first aid kit is going to take the Band-Aid, the antiseptic, and all this other stuff that comes in the kit, the Band-Aids or whatever. We need, y'all know what? We need bows and arrows. I hope we don't get censored for that. We need face mask. We need inflated, the boats, right? Inflated boats. We need, what else do we need? A source of cleaning, something that can clean water, right? We spoke about certain pills that you can have, or a certain container that can filter the water. It can even actually clean your urine, all right? We talked about having certain vitamins. We talked about stacking up on food source and stuff like that. Meeting up with one another, having solar panel lights and having a radio. And it seems like so not realistic, but we have to have those things. Shout out to the camp crew, like a few years back, because at least I got me a whole tent, a house, okay? So because of me being forced as a melanated woman to go to camp, I got that on pat. But he laughing. And for those of you who want to go camping again, let's do it. Let's do it. Although my experience wasn't the best one, but we were.
It's gonna get better.
Alive.
It's gonna get better.
It's gonna get better because I'm gonna be right there in the tent by myself.
Okay. Crazy World says they robbed a lot of gas trucks in the last couple of months.
Say word.
They robbing the whole
They
gas truck.
robbing out there already? Where at? What
Come
state?
up off
What
that,
county?
son.
What
What state is that, Crazy World? If you know, put that in the chat so we.
I've never heard of that. Where can we find? Where can we find that information? I would love to know. I know it. It's very much possible. It's very much possible. I need Shaka to read this article, and it's titled "Why Are Food Processing Plants Burning Down in 2022?" That is an interesting situation there for me. I want to know. So just read what the chat is speaking about, and then can you read this article that was text to me? Why are food processing burning down in 2022?
Yeah.
Are they burning down?
Yeah.
Remember a few years ago where the sky turned blue, late night, and they claimed that Con Edison had a transformer issue and all this bull crap? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I heard some aliens was flying through in the sky in the Bronx, and people had recorded it. I spoke to a young lady today who stated that she would, let me see the footage, but it's not hard to believe. It's not hard to believe at all. The sky was freaking lit up, and people were like, "What is going on?" in the Bronx.
Yep. Yep.
Now that seems to be happening a little bit with these food processing plants. And these are some of
Pretty
the
much.
news that we have to really keep an eye on, because that really just shows you what you need to do. Although we should be saving food anyway, but let's just say we got to be on the run. How much things can you carry all at once? So it's like really being super prepared for the possibilities of something being the worst for us,
He said South Nashville and Los Angeles.
LA. I can see that happening. And I heard LA's gas is literally the highest than
In
one
the
of the
country.
highest. Yeah, in the country. I'm
Yeah,
hearing.
I think it is the highest
I'm
in the
hearing
country.
this past 6. I'm hearing it a ridiculous price. Literally, it is not a game. You might as well walk or ride a bike.
And on
I
top,
heard
this
it's
is what
way
makes it so
past
bad.
$6
They
a
got
gallon.
some of the they got the highest gas prices in the country, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
They might be number 2. I gotta figure out who got
I
the
think they're
highest.
number 2, but they're up there. If
But they
not
got
one.
the worst traffic in the country.
like yo
Like a 30-minute ride could take you 2 hours on any given day, even in the middle of the night.
I heard they deliver on the highway. Like you can order
Yeah.
pizza while you're
On the
waiting
highway.
to move your car, and you'll have guys rolling in with bikes. Like, all right, did you deliver? I don't even I heard that. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
So you can be literally on the highway, order some food, but that's how long it takes for them to actually move.
He said they got the video of them getting robbed on YouTube.
I tell you, world star.
That's crazy.
And those are the things, I mean, so if that's already happening in that state, just imagine. It's just going to carry on all across the borders. And this is what it's going to be. And this is just a clear sign that we have to get the hell up out of here, or, just go to a safe place. Because I don't think no place is really completely safe, whether it's in this country, out of this country. I think that the rural areas would be much better.
Yeah,
Rural
we
is
got to
much
get
better.
out
These
of
cities,
these cities because they're so controlled and
very controlled.
everything going on is so calculated that
Very
is
much
it's
so.
and it's getting bad. It's getting bad for our people. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But let's get to the main event here.
Dun, 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 dun. Are we going to eat or not? That's the $1 million question.
Are we going to eat or not? It says, strange trend of food processing plant fires appears across the U.S. It says at least 16 fires have broken out at food processing plants, impacting the nation's supply, of beef and poultry.
We ain't eating it.
This is crazy, y'all. Now, I ain't gonna say I can't say what's really on my mind, but it says there's been an outbreak of fires in food processing facilities across the nation in recent years, with even more in the last 6 months. As food prices soar, the supply chains are stressed to their limits. It says the fires began showing up regularly in the news after a fire closed a Tyson Foods meat processing plant
I know
in
they
Kansas,
pissed.
2019. The location was a primary beef processing location for the company in the U.S. supply chain, providing about 6% of U.S. beef. Now, it goes on to say that after the fire, analysts began speculating that the impact could drive up market prices for meat nationwide.
Let's stop there. I want your opinion about. I see this as a positive thing, and I know you're like, huh? Um, the reason why I say that is, I mean, think about it. A lot of this processed food was not good for us to begin with. All right, it was not good for us. A lot of whistle happened where it, human meat. I hope I don't get flagged for that. They're using human meat to like inside mixing it with these other beefs.
Oh.
And we have a video clip of an actual chef show where he had three cuisine dishes, right? And the two women on the panel had to kind of taste it and pick which one of the three they thought was the meat. So they gave them the three meats. One was shark. What was the other one? One was shark, one was beef, and one was human meat. When he gave them the three choices, the director of the program, well, the host, he looked at the director of the program and he asked him, "Is this legal?" Because he just said human meat, and the director was like, "Yeah, go ahead, go. Is covered. Go ahead, is covered." And so the two women on the panel who had already tasted the meat, you can clearly see that reaction of one.
Oh
of
my
them is
God,
like,
they was
but
devastated.
this one was like she turned and looked at the other one, and it was like, did you just hear him say that one of the meats is human meat? But so you could tell she was about to be angry. She's about to be upset. So now they have to choose. One said shark, and I can't remember what the other one said. Well, I think the other one said this better not be human meat. And the chef said yes, what they ate was human meat.
Now,
One of the hosts jumped up and ran out and was like, I know I know he didn't just give me human meat. I
Now-
know he didn't do that. And this was a live show. If you go on Shaka's page, actually, you can see it.
Now, the funny thing about it is, the irony is, how did one of the judges detect it unless they were familiar with the taste and the texture of said meat?
No, neither one of them. I don't think they detected it.
The male, I'm talking about, not the women. I'm talking about the male,
The host.
the host, because he made it a joke. Well, he
No,
wasn't eating. Well, the host wasn't eating. That's what.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're
all right.
getting it confused.
Yeah, I'm confused.
There was
All
a
right,
host
yeah.
just hosting. There was the chef, and there were two women sitting at the table who was the
I thought it was 3 judges. It was 2
no,
judges.
No.
It was 2. All right.
So yeah, you're getting it confused.
Yeah, I'm getting the whole
host
show confused.
Got nervous. You can hear the people in the background. The director saying it's covered. Don't worry about it. Just continue the show. Because he was like confused as to should we move forward? Because he said human meat. He said human meat. So where are they getting this meat from? Where are they getting this meat from? So
Now-
to reel it back in,
Yeah. So now keep in mind with a lot of the food that's out there. I mean, not a lot of food. With a lot of the shortages that they're saying are taking place.
it may not even be
With
true.
oh, this is what I wanted to say. You
scared
know
me.
that they said that they have approved the manufacturing of synthetic meat.
Yes, that's true.
So keep in mind,
Using the 3D.
with all of the natural stuff having,
That's another
being,
analogy.
situations going on,
Absolutely.
it's an easy way
To bring that
to
in.
bring that in
You see, that's great journalism.
because, allegedly.
Alleged for what? Because that is true. That was
No. Not about
the
them.
FDA had approved that.
Not the approval because that's public knowledge.
Yeah, that's public. Okay. What
I'm
is
just
the
saying
alleged?
that I don't want to give the
Okay.
the notion that one had to do with the other,
Right.
because that's not the case.
Like it was purposely done.
Right.
But right, we're following
So
the
the
guidelines.
the chat is saying,
yes, what's the chat is saying?
Crazy World is saying plastic food, and they say we can grow 2 weed plants per household, and they won't let us grow our own food. Can't go wrong with a potato.
Well, you never know. These 3D machines can make anything. I've seen them make the meat. I've seen him make the meat with the 3D machine.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he perfected it. They're apples. If they making fake apples out here, did you see y'all gotta go on Shaka's page. Go. What is it? Shock Dogs
On IG.
On IG.
Yeah.
Y'all
It's-
gotta go
it's
on
ill.
his page. I'm gonna make sure he start putting things on his storyline, like certain things that we discuss here, because you may have to scroll down a little far to get to those videos. But they were painting an apple. They were painting an apple, and it's usually like some Asian descent place that's doing this. And remember, our good old country, all right, doing import and export and doing contracts with these people, and they've approved this. They approved this so much so that there was a little bit of protest stating that they have to label it that this is what it is, and so we can make our decision. But
Yeah.
if they do that, how long would it last? And I doubt that they've been doing it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The potato, the only way to say the potato is safe is if you grow it. An apple
Listen.
or anything.
With all of this seedless stuff, you'd be lucky to get a seed to put in the dirt. They don't even want you to have seeds.
They don't. They don't. Now we're reading this. No, I shouldn't tell about that book right now.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So they don't. They don't. The agriculture game is just
About to go in.
yeah. The agriculture game.
See,
is
that's
crazy.
something for the
We're-
private.
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to read some of those passages
yeah.
on the private call,
Yeah.
because that information is that information is very vital to people that are accessing, or at least attempting to access, the right side of their brain, because everybody's not going to receive that information the way it's supposed to.
Agriculture is where it's at, and it's the history is there. We have the information, the census records. It's just crazy. The 5 civilized tribes, everything. But so I feel like what he said, we should consider. I feel like what I was talking about, we should consider. Maybe it's some hero of ours, just like blow the plants up, do something.
Yo, Crazy World says they cloning potatoes is almost over.
Oh yeah. See, I told you. I've seen the 3D machines go to work. So, with
Yeah,
me,
I mean,
so nothing.
Them 3D
nothing
machines, it's something about them, but woo.
safe. When Shaka posted what he posted about the apples, there's nothing. I actually watched the whole documentary of this a specific apple. I don't know if it's Macintosh. I don't know what it is, but that's cloned. They found a way, and there is a hybrid do exist where natural hybrid exists, but then they have this man-made hybrid stuff, and they put all of that in there. Speaking of soil and fertilization with the soil, I heard Ukraine is top 1 in the highest fertile soil there is, and I think we spoke about that, right? Like that soil, you can grow almost anything on there.
Yeah.
So look that up, guys.
You
Look
definitely
that
want to
up.
start. See, this is part of the thing. We've as a people have been taken so far away from our culture, we don't even know the difference in what good soil is. And these are things that our ancestors knew. They can look at it, they can feel it, and know if the soil was good or not,
Right.
if the food is good or not. You know, there's certain, there's a lot that we have to get back to in order to be in a good position to survive, you know, what what could happen, you know. So I mean these are we're living in those times. We're living in those times, and when you have food processing plants going up in smoke in like rapid succession over the course of a couple of years,
Mhm.
you know, it's some look a little fishy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he said wax fruit you can eat and it tastes like the real thing. I need to see
Wax fruit.
proof of that one because you know what I'm saying. I
Well,
don't
they
know
put the
about that
wax
one.
on the apple to make it look all glossy and look good.
But like you remember the fake fruit that grandma used to have in the kitchen. You got the plastic fruit. It looked like a nice fruit bowl, but you got a plastic orange, a
Oh, that's
plastic
what he's
apple.
referring to. He
Yeah.
did something else.
No, he might be talking about what you're talking about because he
Okay.
said waxed
Oh, okay, okay.
fruit. You know what I'm saying? So they're putting some type of polish on it or something
Mhm.
and making it appear like it's real fruit.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Okay, yeah. So he said that's what it is. You know, but we living in those times, y'all. We gotta really be mindful of what's going on out here because we can't assume anything when it comes to what society wants us to how they want us to be.
Mm. Right.
You know, oh man, Biden is trying to ban menthol cigarettes. So all you people who like them good old ports,
But
it's
he
gonna
was
get
approving
crazy.
the crack pipes. Like you gotta
Right?
think
He's
of it.
giving out crack pipes, but he don't
Literally,
want you
that
to
was in
smoke
the document.
cigarettes.
That was literally in the document. And then he tried to brush it over. Um, I don't know. I don't know what states you guys are in, but New York State, New York City seems to be. It's a weird space for me because now people can smoke weed, people can sell weed. Edibles is at its highest like rate. Like you can find edibles and THC juices everywhere. So I wanted to know like how is it for you guys? Anyone out there outside of New York City or in any other state? Let me know. Do you feel like your state, your county, or wherever you at has changed significantly? And I haven't really did any research on that, but I want to know what's up with the people who's incarcerated because of weed. Like, are all of those people out of jail? Like, I really need to know what's going on.
I think they're gonna let some of those people out because it's unconstitutional to begin with, and uh, to try to lock people up for something that is natural, has medicinal purposes or medicinal qualities to it, and only according to a select few or a small number of people who makes these decisions, they set the tone for people like that to be hemmed up for natural cannabis. You know what I'm saying? So what do y'all what do y'all think about that?
Mm-mm-mm. Ought to be ashamed of himself. He really should because it's like, dude, I don't know. I'm really. I remember I was concerned. I'm not gonna lie. I can almost really admit to like being stressed with the elections, the last elections. I was like, I just do not want this administration in here. I was so like, I was stressed. I was stressed. I know Shaka out because I was like, no, we can't deal with this. Every night I'm like, what is the news? And so the day of when the elections actually happened, I was so displeased. I didn't know what to do.
All right, let me ask y'all a question out there, y'all. What is your opinion on Elon Musk, his attempt to buy out Twitter? What's your take on that? Do you think there's something to be concerned with, with that? Do you think it's just somebody who just got some money, just want to buy another company or something like that? What do y'all think about that?
Then he claims he's going to buy a McDonald's and fix up all the ice cream machines.
But they gonna still be selling that
Do
fake
the
meat.
there ain't no fake
He
news with
ain't got
that. That's that's half
he
horse
don't
and half
even
human.
care. He don't even care about that. He want to fix the ice
This
cream
is when you
machines.
know you're too wealthy to the point where you don't have nothing to do with your life. Okay. And then he said he's buying up Coca Cola to put the cocaine back in.
He did say that.
Right on his Twitter. Yeah, you guys can see his face. Oh yeah, go to Elon Musk's Twitter. And I'm like, is he being funny? Like, and he said, I'm buying Coca Cola to put the cocaine back in there. Or is this a subliminal message to us? Because sometimes they have their way of telling us things, for the betterment of the people. I don't know. I'm like,
Wow.
was it really cocaine in there?
Yeah. Back in the days when
It
they
really
first made
was.
it, when they first made Coca
That's what my
Cola,
dad wouldn't allow me to drink. None of that
there
stuff.
was traces of cocaine in it. Because you gotta understand, cocaine and sugar produce the same reaction in the brain. I mean, it produces the same exact reaction,
Right.
you know, in brain activity. So it's a stimulant, you know. But I wouldn't drink it if you paid me to.
You sure? Even if I was offering you $1 billion, would you do it?
I don't think so, cause I don't know if I'll be able to spend that billion. You know what I'm saying? That should have your heart racing.
Well, Elon Musk, he is a very interesting person. And it says reports claim that the Trump administration gave 700 million loans to ineligible trucking companies. Oh, don't we have some research to do? Shaka, you got a check?
Got a what?
Did you get a check?
A check?
Mm-hmm.
What? Stimulus check?
Yeah. Let me read that again. The reports claim that the Trump's administration gave 700 million loans to ineligible trucking companies. Ineligible.
Oh shit! I would. Hell no. He ain't give me no money.
Ah,
He ain't give me a dime.
you ain't get none of that,
I ain't
Charlie.
get none of that truck bread.
Mm,
You know what I'm
mm,
saying? No truck bread for me.
Well,
But see, this is again. That's another thing. Everybody. You have to keep an eye out for all of these different programs, because you never know. You might apply for something and actually get approved for it. You know, one of our biggest uh, uh, um, one of our biggest things is that we lack the information of knowing about different programs and different opportunities that are out there for. You know, after you know about it, then that's a whole nother discussion. But we have to put ourselves in position to know what's being offered to the people. Even though some of us know better, you know what I'm saying? This ain't that type of conversation now. But we still have the right to know what uh what potential opportunities are out there that can help you and your family. You know, am I saying that right?
Repeat that again.
Oh man, I think that was a transmission. But what I'm just saying is, we lack for not knowing the information. You know what I'm saying? We don't lack for not uh, uh, being diligent. Not we're not lacking for our desire to do something. We're lacking for the lack of information that we are privy to in order to get these opportunities. God is Kia.
Yes, I'm looking for some news. Like
I'm just trying to make sure you heard me this time, cause.
whatever you said.
Okay, okay, yeah, I'm getting a lot of that. So,
So, good luck.
it's okay. I'm gonna put it up. I gotta post it so
I was
it could
trying
be
to find
seen.
an
So,
article, but
I
can't
gotta
even
post
find
my
it.
questions and stuff on Snapchat.
Don't
So,
do that, 'cause it ain't even Snapchat.
yeah, I know.
If I can get to what I'm getting to, then it'll be what it is. If you know what I mean. What is the chat talking?
Somebody out there, I hope somebody out there know what you mean. Um,
Hopefully they do.
um, uh, Yashanan said, I haven't heard about regular seeds in the weed in a long time. That's a fact. Everybody want that loud, but it's gonna be a little too loud for them
Is that not
to deal with.
concerning to you guys though? I don't.
Because, you'd be able to
I can't
get
find
the
it.
seeds sometimes, and then, if you wanted to, you could replant your own seeds if you had your green thumb. If you had your green thumb, on deck, you'd be able to, plant your own seeds and all that, and everything be good. But
You can now.
you can't even get seeds in the cannabis now because it's not there.
So was that a setup? Was
Yes,
that
that's a setup.
Because now you can do
That's
it.
a setup.
And now there's no seeds to plant.
That's a setup.
That's hilarious. No, it's not. Now, is anyone concerned? Any of the smokers out there? Are you concerned?
You know what I'm saying? Y'all smoking that loud, but what are you really smoking, yo?
I don't trust it.
You smoking that, you know what I'm saying, that ooh-wee. that's the
It was
thing.
one little clip.
Messing around with that ooh-wee, and you gonna be like, ooh.
And be like Martin for sure, rolling in the grass.
Oh, rolling in the grass, running down the highway, running down the freeway with your shirt off.
He said he was smoking that. Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? It
He was
could
smoking.
get crazy.
They can.
Cray.
For
You
all
only
of
want
us.
to play. So that's one. Where it says the resource information is online for free grants, sponsorships, and even scholarships. So yeah, so I'm telling you, like, we gotta just know that it's out there, know where to go. Everybody walking around with a smartphone. You got Google and all this other stuff.
It doesn't
on your
necessarily
phone.
mean you're gonna get approved though.
No, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't
'Cause
mean
I
that.
feel like sometimes they
But-
put that out there, and when you apply, there's like a red tape. Whoever's the underwriter, or whoever's the person, there's kind of like, hand picking who they want to be approved, and that reminds me of that book with the agriculture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
you know-
book is heavy. That book is heavy. I didn't get into it like like the
does
goddess over here did, but there is information that I'm telling you, telling you, y'all need to know. Telling you, for real, for real. It's making me have to go look for this other book
Oh yeah.
that kind of goes into it as well. Yeah, and this book is serious because it goes, I think, further back from that time period.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's recent. That's a more recent, you know, account. But no, but the thing is, still, it's a recent account, but it still deals with some issues that have gone on in the past. But what I'm saying is, this other book that I'm talking about goes further back.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about 1700s, 1800s. You know what was done.
Oh, she
You know,
she
for
touches on
it was like what was done.
she touches on further back more than that.
Right.
The
So I mean,
16
this
what,
right.
1600s, way back. She even made mention of freaking the 1400s, 1492. If that is even the truth, we don't even know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we have to question everything right now because they are
But
playing
there
with
are
your
records.
minds.
There, she has a way with really tying you back to the land because she worked with agriculture, worked in the government, and worked in different departments within the government, along with setting up her own organization. So,
See,
she
that's what
has
make that
a plethora
information
of
so much
information.
more important.
She's
Because
a lawyer.
the
Genius.
fact that she worked in the
She
field,
worked on
in that field,
and
and
one that was
has
closed for
inside
17
information,
years.
like she has a working knowledge of it because she is seeing what's happening, and then has her own personal history. Am I correct?
Absolutely. Well, her
Has
tribe,
her own
come to power.
personal history that
She found records.
coincides with the work she does.
She has records. She was part of the
Shit's
five
crazy.
civilized tribes. But I mean, what do you guys feel about that? Do you feel like we should, tie ourselves to the land by way of whatever tribe we were from, like, or should we do this collectively? For those of you who understand what being a Moor is and what that's all about, like, what do you guys think about that in closing? Because um, there's obviously a lot of things that we don't know. There's a lot of things that we do know. We just got to move forward, get things done. Do you think we should do it individually? Do you think we should do it collectively? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Individually, we all have to get our affairs in order. Once they're in order, and I don't believe we have a whole lot of time, then we could come together as a group, as a nation, as a confederacy,
Right.
and do it the proper way and set up our own community, because that's what has to happen ASAP. We stay in these
ASAP,
cities
Rocky on 'em.
and start getting subjected to all of these different rules and
They're
regulations.
not gonna last long.
You can do paperwork and all that other stuff, but it's still a headache, and it's a real inconvenience when you're dealing with policy enforcers,
Paperwork
this
is
agency, that
it's only
bureau,
gonna get you so
you
far.
know, all of this stuff. It becomes a nuisance. Now, Yashanon asked, "What do y'all think about the dispensary weed setup as well?"
Fairly worse. Fairly worse. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's that medical, right? Dispensary is it necessarily medical?
Not necessarily. I mean, I I don't know. I believe that when those dispensaries are set up, they have to buy their inventory from a select few manufacturers and growers, or they may be growers themselves. But where did you get them seeds from, fam? Because seeds is rare
How
right
are they
now.
allowed to get the dispensaries? I don't know.
You know, they apply for a business license because
Right.
certain states like New York will allow you to do that in the medical field. Or even now, I mean, you can have a certain amount of recreational cannabis, and it's perfectly, legal.
Do
You
you
know,
think that this will last for long? I wonder.
it's going to last because as long as they have a means and a way that they can
Get money from it,
regulate
tax
it
it,
and
regulate
get
it.
the tax money,
It's all about the
absolutely.
money.
That's really
All about the
gotta
Benjamins.
follow the money, y'all. Follow the money.
I have one final question because we're gonna have to close out. Like, what are your thoughts on this, like Bitcoin and this, this world where the cryptocurrency is? I've been into a lot of meetings lately in regards to this. Like, a lot of celebrities are like really heavy on it, and sometimes it just seems like a pyramid scheme. But like, what are your thoughts on it? Because it's like people are saying, "I'm telling you, this crypto world is it. If you don't get with the program, you'll be lost in the source. You better make sure you invest in something, right? You got you what do you call it? Ethereum or whatever the hell, Ethereum and Bitcoin and this and that, right? Which is just once again we give it its value. In my opinion, is nothing different from the fiat. And then you got some people saying that is not going to last for long. That is literally going to crash. And
Yeah.
people are saying that you got to do the desensitized version of things in regards to that. That's why the government can't regulate it. So it's like, are we agreeing to kind of like make payment and do commerce with these things? Like, what is your? I've heard both ends of the spectrum, and I just want to know your thoughts on it.
Yeah. What is your thoughts on cryptocurrency, basically?
You're gonna have to close me out after this shot. I'm gonna find out why we're not getting. But go ahead. Okay, go ahead. What is their thoughts?
Well, we haven't gotten any yet, but you know, let's, y'all let us know.
Let it marinate.
You know, that's your homework.
The homework is let us know.
Yeah. Let us know what y'all think about it, because some of y'all may not be aware of it. Some of y'all may. Some of you may want to do some research to get a little better acquainted. So get a better acquainted. We're going to talk a little bit of crypto next week. You know what I'm saying? Try to figure out, is crypto a good means? Is it a viable source? To is it a viable currency? Where do y'all see crypto in the
Yes.
next couple of years?
I want to know. But yes,
And
that's the right
Yashadan
question.
said, my teacher taught me that those cryptos are Ponzi schemes.
Right, right. That's what I've heard. I've heard that. Now, this mentor is this mentor a part of the crypto world and just kind of like gave you the back end truth about it, or is the mentor like saying, "Look, don't do it," or do it to play the game, just in case? Like, well, like what is the advice?
Well, we're gonna lead. We're gonna say shout out to the dragon. That's his mentor. Buying
Hey,
something, Pasha says, buying something that one cannot see or touch is not wise. How do we buy air?
and pretty soon they're going to.
Maybe in a balloon.
Ha ha ha! Very funny.
You can buy a balloon. It's a different kind of air. It's helium, but that's not really air either.
People really believe that they are going to start trying.
Maybe,
Want to attempt
m-
to
m-
sell
maybe,
air.
but people using crypto gives it value, like bartering.
This is true. And so, do you think it's wise for us to barter with that system? That's interesting.
Well, that's something we're going to have to discuss. We're going to discuss that next week. Shout out to everybody just hopping on, but we about to hop off.
Who
You know what I'm
just
saying?
hopped on?
We got Lewis, entrepreneur, hopped on,
Okay,
and Eugenio
just
Bay
hopped on.
just hopped on. So,
Well, we want to
you
give a
know,
shout out to everyone
gotta
before
give
we
a
close
shout out
out.
to y'all. Shout out to Crazy Well. Shout out to y'all, Shannon. Sh- Shout out to Lewis. Shout out to Pasha. Shout out to um 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 our Wiz, our moderator. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, yeah, Crazy Well, our moderator. Shout out to Jay Bay. You came in late. You know what I'm
Shout
saying? Better
out.
late than never. You're going to have to listen back
Absolutely.
because we're about to get the up
Yeah,
out
we
of
got
here.
a lot of work to
Shout
do.
out to Moores for More, who's in
What's
the
up?
building.
What's up?
You know, we appreciate y'all, but y'all coming on here late, man. That shit sucks. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good. People got
Oh, you
lives.
was here?
That's why we
Okay,
got
all
to
right.
rewind things. That's why we got the
I
rewind
stand
button.
corrected. Oh, so you just came into the chat. Okay, I got you.
Who is that?
Jay.
Okay.
Jay said she
Okay.
was on there already, but she just came into the chat. Okay, my bad. I stand corrected.
Right.
Yeah.
We want to talk about this Bitcoin, and we also there's some discoveries in regarding these vaccines that doctors have put out there. And you know what? I believe Pfizer had put out a report as well that I want to read next week. You know, these people are in big trouble. Lawsuits are going to be all up the wazoo pretty soon. And
Yeah,
it's
they
unfortunate.
starting now. They're starting now, so it's gonna go down. Um, yeah, please hit the like button. You know, check out our Patreon, House of Harlem. I think it's House of Harlem TV.
Yes, it is.
Check us out. We're about to put some stuff on there that we can't really get into on here, but for all y'all that know, y'all know. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into some things this weekend on Sunday. And,
Yes, that's gonna be
my
interesting.
goddess over here is going to let y'all know about this agricultural thing
Why
in
gotta read?
detail because you the one that been
I'm not
into
an
the book.
Israelite.
You ain't got to be that. You ain't got to be that. You just
I'm
got to
just
be
into the book.
right. And you're going to get all of us into the book.
Listen,
So-
the way my ebonics is set up, I hope y'all understand me since I'm being forced through coercion and duress to read this book. Read.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is interesting. But anyway, yes. Well, Sunday for those of you who know, you know. Make sure you guys follow Shock Dogs on his platform, his IG. I promise you, you will not lose focus because he puts some crazy things up there, things that make us go So he always catches the eye of all his viewers with his craziness. I don't know if you're a flat Earth theorist or a round Earth theorist, but he's going to annoy the hell out of you if you're the opposite of what he
Because
thinks.
you're not
So-
going to win that one.
So he says. I don't
You're
know
not gonna
who
win that one.
determined if you were the winner. but
Now,
I'm
I didn't say
pretty
I
sure-
was the winner, but
Yes.
you ain't going to win that. You ain't going to win that.
So he said. He believes in the flat Earth.
It's
the
too
flat
much.
Earth theory.
It's too much proof. It's too much proof.
It'd be interesting. So y'all need to go on his page on IG, and y'all gonna see all
Oh,
the craziness
my bad.
he be putting up there. Y'all don't see it. What's going on? What you doing now?
Now, they asked me to put the IG handle in the chat.
Y'all have to. Y'all gotta see. Just keep scrolling. I really, what I'll do is I'll look on his page, and the video that we spoke about in regards to the human flesh on the show. I'm gonna put that in his storyline. So if you guys are familiar with the storyline, I'll have him put it in his storyline, so you'll be able to see it there directly because it's so far down. He puts so much stuff up there. It's just ridiculous. But he talks about flat Earth theory. He talks about the Moors. He put some craziness about men and women excuses for not having sex. He put so much stuff up there. It's just interesting. But I just want you guys to really watch this one video. Well, one or two. We can
There's a
put the
couple
flat
up there,
Earth
but-
theory thing
Yeah.
that he just keeps talking about.
Well,
Put that up there on the storyline as well.
I'm taking on Everybody, whoever want this smoke can get it. You know what I'm saying? We can go into it.
That ain't even my domain.
It's
so I don't
whatever.
know. It's like
It's
what
whatever.
you say. Whatever you say is what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make you a believer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He is so sure of this.
But on that note, I ain't even gonna get into all of that. Just holler. Yeah, dog, it
Make
my
sure you
fork
got-
fell.
Make sure you guys take the information now.
Listen,
to
and
follow him on
also,
his, social media.
We could wish my goddess a early solar return. Her solar return day is Saturday. So I'm just letting y'all know the goddess is gonna be on fleek this weekend. It's gonna be a different kind of weekend this weekend.
Oh,
I'm
really?
telling you.
I'm gonna be working. Don't listen to him, you guys.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
will
be
be
different.
working.
Trust me, it's gonna be different.
It's gonna be a regular day.
It's gonna be a different weekend.
Okay.
I'm telling you, this shock dog's
Well,
talking.
This is my words. Is whatever he says.
Exactly. And on that note, we out of here, y'all.